Alright, the verb gustar. The closest translation that we have to the verb gustar in English is to like, although it doesn't quite work that way. As we know, some things in Spanish don't translate literally. So this is one of those cases that the verb just doesn't quite fit what it should be, or it doesn't quite work word for word. So for the verb gustar, we translate it as I like, or you like, or he, she likes, etc. But notice that you don't have subject pronouns like we normally have. Okay, and then as we start doing more of these, you'll also notice that this will be replaced by an indirect object pronoun, which we're going to talk about in just a minute. And then the verb won't change all that much. So just notice that as we're going through this. Okay. Verb gustar, again, doesn't translate very well. That's why online translators don't always work. But me gusta el libro. Okay. The actual translation that we would say, the closest of what we would normally say in English, would be I like the book. However, what it's literally saying is the book is pleasing to me, or I am pleased by the book, or the book pleases me. Nobody goes around saying that. So that's what it literally says, though. That's why it's got kind of two different parts to it that we need to look at. So look at a couple of these other examples. Le gustan. Notice that the gustan changed over to pancakes being plural. So in this case, he likes pancakes. This can also change, or we're going to look at that in just a second. So, the verb gustar. Normally, up until now, we've conjugated verbs by always making it agree with the subject. We do not do that with the verb gustar. What we do with it is we make it agree with whatever it is that you like. So in this case, if you like apple, you're going to look after the verb and see whatever it is that you like. If it's singular, that verb will be singular. If whatever you like is plural, then the verb will be plural. So this is not at all like we've done with any other conjugation, and this is the only verb that we're really going to talk about or work with that will do this very weird thing. Okay? So instead of looking at the subject, we're looking at the object, which is whatever it is that you like, singular or plural. So these are the only two forms of gustar that you're going to use. You're not going to use gusto, gustas, and gustamos. That will not exist for the verb gustar. Okay? For you to use the verb gustar correctly, you need indirect object pronouns. I don't care that you know what they're called. I care that you know how to use them. Same way that we used our conjugation box, we're going to use these pronouns. So for the yo form, you're going to use me in front of it when you're referring to yourself liking something. If you're referring to us liking something, then would it be we? If something is pleasing to us, we like it. You, informal or familiar, vosotros, you don't have to know. So all you have to know is me, te, le, nos, and les. And notice this nicely becomes plural from the singular to the plural there. Okay. So, to talk about likes and dislikes, gustar, what you're going to do is you're going to put a indirect object pronoun at the very beginning, and then whatever form of gustar is going to agree with what you like. Not with the subject, but if you like something that's singular, the gustar is going to be just the singular form and the plural form, not agreeing with the actual subject. So, me gusta la música would be me liking music. But if you look at these other two examples, it doesn't matter who likes music. It matters that gusta stays singular because music is just one singular thing that we like. Or that I like, or you like, or he, she likes, or etc. Okay? So, do not make the verb agree with the subject. You make it agree with whatever it is that you like, the object of the sentence. So gusta you're going to use if anything that you like is singular, and you're going to use gustan if you like anything that is plural. So it doesn't matter who likes it, it matters that the thing that you like is singular or plural. Everybody with me so far?
Yes.
Okay. All right, a couple of singular examples here. I want you to notice that it doesn't matter who likes anything. It matters that the verb all stay the same. Okay. And then for some plural examples, meaning you like more than one thing, you Doesn't matter who likes it. It matters that the verb all stayed with gustan for all things, or you liking plural things, more than one thing. Okay? So you can also use gustar with things, with verbs. You like to run, you like to play, you like to, any verb, any action. So if that were to be the case, we're still going to follow the rule of first verb gets conjugated or it gets some sort of change. Second verb doesn't, because you're basically saying, I like to swim. Nobody's actually swimming. You just like to swim or run or read. So it doesn't matter who likes it. You like to do one action. So it would be gusta. So if you want to say anything that you don't like to do, just put a no in front of, normally we put it in front of the verb. In this case, we're going to put it in front of the indirect object pronoun because the indirect object pronoun and the verb gustar have to stay together. So you just put the no in front of it just to make it negative, or that you don't like something. Okay? Look at this example. Le gusta la silla. Do we know who likes the chair in this case? You can't really tell. So it can mean he likes it, she likes it, or you formal like it. That's the singular version. That's not you or the you informal or the yo form, the I. So to clarify, to put an emphasis on who actually likes something, you may see this weird I, and this is the I was talking about earlier. This I has nothing to do with the I that we talked about with the verb to go. When we use the verb ir plus a, that means I'm going to something. I'm going to eat, or I'm going to the cafeteria. In this case, what this a is a personal a. It does not have a translation in English. It doesn't really make any sense for it to be there. It just is clarifying which person is actually doing whatever the case is. So you're going to see an a, and you're going to see a person's name, or you're going to see any of these subject pronouns that we're used to seeing there. So you do not have to put this here. This is totally redundant to do a mí me gusta, a ti te gusta, a nosotros nos gusta. It's redundant. You see it kind of twice. There's no point in putting the beginning there, but you need it there to know what to do with the verb. So you've got two parts. You've got the I is where you're going to use the indirect object pronoun, and then the verb to like is going to agree with whatever it is that you like to do. So anybody want to try this one? I like to read. Your indirect object pronouns are me, te, le, nos, and les.
Would it be me gusta?
Me gusta, and you don't need the a because to read is already there. So you don't need the a like we did with the verb to go. Okay? Me gusta leer. What about we like Spanish?
Nos gusta español.
Nos gusta español. Good. What if she likes the book?
Le gusta el libro.
Le gusta el libro. Good. And we can put a ella to emphasize who likes it, but we don't have to. He likes to dance. What's he? El with an accent. We don't technically have to put el. We just have to say that, same as the singular for she, le gusta. But if you want to emphasize in front of it, you'll see that a el. And again, that personal a doesn't have really a translation in English. Okay. Now, what if they don't like, and then it's plural things that they don't like?
No les gusta.
Okay, good. So the no becomes before it. Good. So no les gustan, because what you don't like, or like, doesn't matter, is plural. Flores, flowers is plural. All right. You familiar, like the shoes, plural shoes. You like more than one thing. This one is the te in the beginning. So you could put a t, and again, these you sometimes will see in front of it, sometimes you won't, but te gustan is all you need to say, and gustan is plural because zapatos is plural. Okay, two more. We like to run.
Nos gusta correr.
Nos gusta correr. Good. And last one, you formal do not like desserts, plural desserts, which would be crazy. The less,
No, usted, gustan.
it would be the usted. If it was ustedes for formal plural, then it would be les. But since we're only talking about one formal you, then it would be le. And then gustan is plural because it agrees with the plural desserts. Everybody see how there's two parts. The first part agrees with the subject, second part agrees with what you like. Okay. What you're going to do is go to Edmodo and go to the gustar notes and practice. And on here, the way that I listed the verb for you so that you see it the way that we normally see verbs is that you have the me, te, le, nos, and les in front of what's going to agree with your subject. And then notice I just put gusta or gustan for every single one because you only have two options if you like one singular thing or if you like plural things. So there's a couple of examples here. For this first part right here, I put chapter 5 vocab because we didn't focus on vocab this time. I just want you to put she likes. And the like will depend on if she likes singular vegetables or plural vegetables. So look at the word in English if it's singular or plural, and then just focus on the actual verb to like. And then you're going to finish this for homework. And then if you want to do any more practice, I have the link on Edmodo for the video that covers the verb gustar, which is on here for you. Oh, let's see. So the video right here that goes over gustar, you can watch that. There's extra gustar information. And then also I put a graphic on here, which you can also find on my website, for extra exercises on the Voces website for the verb to like, and then extra exercises for the verb to go. And remember that tomorrow's quiz is going to be to go, estar, to be, and dar, to give, along with the verb gustar, to like. Questions?